Hi everyone, Barb here from barbstamps.com, and today I want to show you how to create this little pouch. And this particular project was part of my 35 project ideas that I did using the Coffee Break Suite and the Merry Cafe stamp set from the holiday catalog. And I'll link that video up there. It gives you 35 card ideas. So it's very simple to make. When you open this up, whatever you have attached to this little piece here will slide up and the person can take it off. And as you can see, you could use a tea packet like I have on this one here, or you could include a gift card and someone could go get themselves some yummy Christmas Starbucks drinks. You could include a delightful piece of candy to thank someone for being kind. You could also include cash. Who doesn't want to whip this open and find some cash? So that's the project we're going to make today. I'm going to show you how to make this one, basically this one. We're going to make it with a little bit a different pattern paper in the set, and then we're going to use gold accents instead of the silver. We're going to use a few products from the Year of Cheer Suite, which is shown on page 36 and 37 of the holiday catalog. Very fun and metallic-y suite. For the project today, I'm going to be using some of the Year of Cheer Specialty Designer Series paper and the Year of Cheer embellishments, possibly a foil snowflake. Not sure how it's going to look on the project. We're going to try it out and see what happens. And then we've also got some of our cute mini gift bows. This collection is from the Big catalog, so it's got the silver and gold foil bows in it. So we're going to use one of those. And we're going to use our 1/8 inch gold ribbon. Super shiny, super fabulous. All right, let's get started. So I decided to use the Year of Cheer Specialty Designer Series paper on this project. And that package includes 4 different patterns of paper, and you get 3 of each design. So this one here has gold and silver snowflakes. You can see the shine of it. I just love it. This next one kind of has some, I don't know, some fireworks, I guess. These are silver. This would be great for some New Year's Eve projects. The next one has copper and champagne foil accents. We do have some champagne foil sheets in our catalog this year. Ooh, getting some glare, but man, that's so shiny. I love it. And then the one that I'm going to use today is the gold gingham pattern. So the 4 patterns, 3 of each. I also think I'm going to use one of these foil snowflakes. These come in a package of 24. You get 12 gold, 12 silver. And I think I'm going to use one of these today on the project also. I'm going to start out with this pattern of paper from the Year of Cheer Specialty Designer Series paper stack. I'm going to bring in my Stampin' Trimmer here. And sorry for the glare on that thing. We're going to cut this piece. This happens to be just a 6x12 that I had, but we're going to cut it to 4 1/4 by 10 3/4. And the Stampin' Trimmer makes this very simple. The measurements are marked nicely. And then we're going to do some scoring. So we're going to slide this in and we're going to score it at 3 1/2. And we're going to slide it over and score it at 8 1/2 also. Okay. Then we're going to turn it. And we're going to score it at 1/2 inch on each side. Get my cutting blade out of the way so I don't cut it. Ah! We are going to cut it, but not yet. 1/2 inch on this side also. And then you've got 3 basic sections in this, and I hope you can see the score. You've got the score line here, and there's about a 2 1/2 inch section here. We've got the center section, and we've got a 3 1/2 section on the end. You want to put it so that the 3 1/2 inch section is at the top of your trimmer, okay? And you're going to put it back on that score line that we just made at the 1/2 inch mark. And we're going to bring the cutting blade in this time, and we're going to start it at 3 1/2 inches. Since this section is 3 1/2 inches, we're going to start at 3 1/2. And we're just going to push the blade in there and push it up. Then we're going to kind of lift up the trimmer. I just slide my finger under there to lift up the guide. And so I can slide my blade down. I don't want to do it at the 7 inch mark. Okay. And then I'm just going to cut all the way down to the bottom. So I've got 3 1/2 inches up, 7 inches down. And then I'm going to turn this over. You'll notice that I just turned it over so my 3 1/2 inch section is still at the top. Okay. And you're going to line it up at that 1/2 inch mark again that you scored on. Bring your blade up to the 3 1/2 inch, push it up, lift up the guide, slide the blade down to 7, and cut again. All right, so now we've got these kind of little flaps that are hanging around here. We want to cut those off, okay? So we're going to cut them off just like so. And that one, and then these. And I'm kind of going on the diagonal. You can see these aren't straight in cuts. They're kind of diagonal cuts. That's just going to help it fold up a little bit better. Okay, so this is the basic shape of our gift card holder. Okay. All right. Clean this up and we'll move on. All right, so now we can fold these little sections in. So we've got this little side section, so we'll fold that in. Use your bone folder to make it a nice, flat, crisp crease. Other side. Same thing, use your bone folder. We've got this flap here. I like to open that up again, just so that I fold this up, folds up nicely, give that a crease. And then our top little section here also. And again, use your bone folder and give that a little crease. Okay, so here's our basic now shape of the packet. And I do want to do a little rounding of the corners on this. So I'm going to bring in my envelope punch board. It has a little corner rounder up here at the top. So we're just going to round both of these corners. You don't have to round them all. You don't have to round them if you don't want. Some of these that I made, I did round them. Some of them I didn't. This one I did round the corners and the little piece of Designer Series paper that I stuck on there. This one here, I did not round the corners. I just left them straight. And then the one we're going to make today, I am going to go ahead and round them. But it looks great either way. Okay, so now we've got the corners rounded, so that looks great. Now we're going to go ahead and create our little slider piece that goes inside there. And I just got a piece of crumb cake. I thought crumb cake looked pretty good with this gold. Bring my trimmer back in. Okay, so this piece measures 3 inches by 4.5. Okay, and we're going to score it at a 1/2 inch again. So we'll slide that into the trimmer. Give us a 1/2 inch score line. And then we're going to fold that on the score line and use our bone folder to get that nice crisp crease. Okay, and so this piece is going to go inside. So you've got the fold away from you. Okay, you're going to put adhesive right here, and then you're going to place that here on your fold line, just slightly above your fold line. Okay, so I'm going to get my liquid glue here. Again, the fold line is pointing away from you. That's where you're going to put your adhesive, whatever adhesive you want to use. I like this. I just feel like it holds really well. Okay, and then you can sort of flatten that out if you want. And I don't know if you can be able to see. I can barely see just because I'm blind and it's white. Okay, so you're just going to, like I said, put that right close to your fold line. Not on the fold line. It's about, I don't know, 1/16 of an inch, almost 1/8 of an inch. Press that into place. Okay, and fold that over. And then that's your mechanism for raising and lowering your gift card or your money or whatever you want to do with it. So now we can go ahead and do some decorating on the front. I wanted to add a little piece of ribbon here, so I'm just going to measure it out first. So we need about that much. Okay, and I'm going to put glue dots on both ends of these pieces of this piece of ribbon. So we've got one glue dot on that end, one glue dot on this end, and they're both on the same side of the ribbon. Okay, and then I'm just going to add it to the front of my project here, and I'm just going to, just because this worked out just great, I'm going to put it right between this plaid. So I put the one glue dot down, I'm bringing this around, and then I'm going to add the other glue dot. Okay, so we've got those two pieces, and it doesn't matter that they just meet there and you can see it, because we're going to cover those up with our fabulous, fabulous mini gift bow. Get a gold one out of here. So I'm going to peel the backing off of this, and then I'm just going to place it right here on top of the seam so you can't see that. I also want to get a couple of tiny little pieces here. Okay. I'm going to add glue dots to these. So you can either put them together and use, 1 or 2 glue dots, or you can put them on individually, however it works out for you better. I'm going to try to catch them both with one glue dot. Actually, I'm going to flip them upside down and put another one on the other side. So I've got 2 glue dots on this little guy here. Okay, so it's ready to come off. So I'm going to remove the paper backing on the back of my little bow here. Okay, so now this is sticky. And I'm going to set it about right there. So I'm going to press underneath the bow where the little plastic stuff is. And then I'm going to peel this off. Okay. I'm just going to kind of slide it underneath the bow so it just has a couple of tails sticking off of it. Press that down. Bring in some scissors, and then we're just going to snip these little ends off. Okay, so there's our cute little bow. Oh, this is so cute. Okay, so now we got to put something here. And so I thought on the other one, I just put a silver foil sheet deer and then the Merry Christmas banner kind of under his leg. And then I did add one of these fun little fancy Year of Cheer embellishments. I've got a couple left in here, so I thought I'd try to incorporate this gold one, maybe. Pull that out. So I've also already die cut my little deer, and this little guy comes out of the Santa's Sleigh Thinlits. You can get this little deer, and that also coordinates with the Santa's Sleigh stamp set where I found my Christmas greeting. It just says Merry Christmas Wishes, but I don't want it to say wishes. I just want it to say Merry Christmas because wishes makes it too long. So I've got my greeting mounted on my block here, and I'm just going to take a piece of Scotch tape, and I'm going to cover up the word wishes, okay? So now I'm going to use some soft suede ink. All right. And I just cut a little tiny strip from that same pack of paper because the white on this paper isn't the exact same as our Whisper White, and I did want the whites to match, so a little bit of anal there. So I've got my little piece there. I'm going to ink up my stamp. And the most important part of this whole entire technique, remove the tape and throw it in the trash so you don't get any ink on yourself. And then I'm just going to bring this, oops, I need some dark piece of cardstock. This will work, just a color of cardstock so that I can see where my strip is. And then I'm just going to stamp that. Okay, so there's my little Merry Christmas. And then I'm just going to snip off the end of this guy right here because this is going to go underneath my deer's leg. And then this one I'm going to kind of give a banner end to this. So I'm just going to snip that off. And I like to just bring my scissors right in, straight up the middle. And then I come in from each corner back to the middle. Okay. There we go. Move this out of the way, close the ink so I don't get my fingers in it. And I thought one of our new foil snowflakes might look cool on here if I could somehow get that on there. What do you guys think? Is that going to work? Having that snowflake on there? If I kind of trim it off a little bit, maybe? I think we're going to go for it. Okay, so I'm going to add my deer to the snowflake with some liquid glue. Just a little bit kind of on his head and his body. I'm kind of putting it over to the side. I'm not putting it right in the middle because, like I said, we're going to cut some of this off. So get that. Okay. And then I'm going to add Stampin' Dimensionals to this so that my little flap will hook under that when it's done so it can slide nicely. Got some Stampin' Dimensionals here, so I'm going to try to hide them. So I'm going to put them on his body for the most part. And then maybe one up on the neck area. Okay, so that when he's on there, you won't be able to tell. Yeah, I think that'll work. Okay, so we will take the backing pieces off. And how about like so? Get our dimensional stuck on there. Yay. And then I wanted to add my Merry Christmas just underneath his leg here. So I'm just going to kind of raise that up. Yeah, that'll work. Add a tiny bit of glue. A little bit here, and maybe a little bit right there so it hooks onto its other leg. All right, what do you guys think of that? It looks pretty good. It looks a little crooked. Okay, so we've got all that done. Now we can go ahead and seal this up. I don't like to seal this up until the very end, just in case, I don't know. If I wanted to stick a piece of candy in there, it would need to be a little bit fatter, so I would put my candy in and I would then glue this together. But this one I'm just going to enclose a gift card for a good friend, so I don't need to do that. We're going to kind of press those two things down. So you just want to make sure that that inside piece is behind those little flaps before you glue it down. So I'm going to go ahead and snip off the edge of this doily here, or snowflake. Well, it's kind of like a doily, I think. Yeah, I think that'll work. What do you guys think? And then we'll just have the flap go right underneath the doily here. We just kind of lift that up just a hair. That can come down and sit right on there. My last little guy that I wanted to try to do something with was this little guy. So I'm just going to fold a glue dot in half on itself. And then I'm going to stick my little gem there. And then I'm just going to slide it right underneath the end of my Merry Christmas greeting. Oh yeah, I think that looks great. What do you guys think? The foil paper and the foil sheets and the snowflake, so much foil, the bow. Oh yes, I am very happy with this. All right, so that is all there is to this. If you guys enjoyed that, please give the video a thumbs up. I love it when you do that. It makes me really happy. Plus, it helps my channel and it lets me know that you enjoy what I'm doing, and I'll continue to do it. Let's zoom in so you can really see how awesome this is. And if you want to subscribe to my channel, you can do so in the bottom right-hand corner of the screen there. And if you need any supplies to create your own fabulous projects such as this one, you can get them at shoppingwithbarb.com. I would love to earn your business by having you shop with me. I do offer free gifts with purchase, which you can check all that information out on my blog, barbstamps.com. And as always, I hope you have a wonderful day.